16 guys. Going to be able to get...
All available tokens sounds like plus 13.
So...
But
right,
he's only going to let the tokens through.
But he can make a couple of additional tokens, it looks like. Yeah.
I think we're already counting those to get to plus 13. I think he's like 1 damage short. But I think he gets 2 turns. Ephemeron can only do 4.
Right. Sending in a guy doesn't actually accomplish anything because the Phantom Worm will just eat it.
Right. I think Edel wins next turn, is I think how this works. There's no giant growth effects for Merkle, right?
That would be a spell, right?
Yeah.
I don't think... No, Thornscape Battle Mage.
He sideboarded it out.
He sideboarded it.
The only red mana is through this Chromatic Sphere, Chromatic Star, so it was just a dream. It was mostly a Grey Ogre with a 1-card dream.
Did he play the Germinator?
No, he's thinking. He played the Soot to get the Ranger off the table to make sure there were no shenanigans. And now he's waiting.
Is he doing the math, you think? Trying to figure out?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, he has less than that, right? Because the salad shooters can't attack.
Right.
It really is a tongue twister.
Thallid Shell Dweller?
Yeah.
Shell Dweller, Shell Dweller, Shell Dweller.
You have to say Thallid Shell Dweller.
No, I don't, in fact. That's 3 out of 5 for the Pro Tour Kobe Championship. The winner gets $40,000. The loser gets $22,000. Gigantic anti-match, $18,000 US on the line.
You really want to make sure your math is right here. If you're Edel. This isn't one of those situations where you're playing in Friday Night Magic and you're like, I'll attack with everyone and I'll see how it works out. You actually have to run through all the possibilities. There's $18,000 on the line.
And a Pro Tour title. All right, there's the Germinator.
He's attacking.
There's the attack.
I don't think that's right.
Did he just give away $18,000? Jan was not happy to see Germinator. He's at 5. He can take a hit. 11. He would have had 3 more tokens next turn, plus a draw phase. If Jan survives this, he attacks for the win, right?
I think the math we did
really
shows him surviving. You just have to block the big guys.
5.
Oh my gosh. This is stunning. I mean, are we doing the math?
I don't know. It's hard to count. How many tokens are there?
Looks like he's got 10 in play.
How many counters? 4 on each. And 1 on the Spore Sower. So that's 2 guys. That sounds like 12 damage. Plus, what else is a Thallid? Can he sack any of the creatures themselves? He sacks Saprolings, right? And they're all funguses. Germinator is a fungus.
They're all funguses.
No, this looks 2 points short to me.
I think it looks 2 points short to Merkle.
Merkle's like, what am I missing? He's sacking to save his guys and kill the bears. Yeah, he dealt a bunch of damage. Isn't the counterattack lethal? I guess he did get to take the bears out.
You know what?
He's got enough blockers?
He's got enough blockers.
Oh, he's got enough blockers.
I think he's got enough blockers.
He can make 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 blockers.
Like 6.
Brine Elemental!
Oh.
Holy Brine Elemental! There's the hand! Jan Moritz Merkle wins! Brine Elemental for the time walk, for the win. There was a Disintegrate on top of Willie Edel's deck. Oh my goodness! Unbelievable. Jan Moritz Merkel played an outstanding match of Magic. He did everything right. He found the windows somehow against better cards in a situation where lesser players wouldn't have dealt any damage. He dealt 20.
A play that really stands out for me right now is attacking with the Clockwork Hydra.
Yeah, to get the 3-1 off the board.
And that's not just 3-1, but it also took out
A bunch of
4
Saprolings.
Saprolings.
Wow, spectacular Magic. Congratulations, Jan Moritz Merkel.
If there was
Wow.
a misstep in his play, I definitely did not see it.
Spectacular Magic. First Pro Tour ever. The guy is calm. He's confident. He slaps himself in the face versus
A
Psycho.
little cocky. He's a
Wow.
psychological game, leaning over the board and dominating the space that the two players are occupying.
And Villietel walks home with the second place trophy
The small cup.
again. The small cup. He's got another one. Second place at Pro Tour Charleston. Second place at Pro Tour Kobe. Clearly a good Magic player. Clearly nothing to feel too bad about. I mean, 20-some $1,000 and another Pro Tour runner-up.
That last
That's-
attack, though, I mean, I guess it doesn't look bad if there's not a brine elemental there. Like maybe we were a little over panicked
Right.
about his
But
ability
he knows
to defend
there's
the
two brine
counter.
elementals.
But you have to respect the brine elemental, and we've seen a lot of morphs go through already.
Right.
Actually, we've seen
In
every
fact,
morph go
I think
by.
you can deduce that it's brine
We
elemental.
know that that's a brine elemental.
All right, so let's, John Becker, turn up your microphone. You were just talking to Villietel. Tell us about the attack phase.
Right. I asked him, why did you attack then? You could just take the 4 and be at 1. He said, I figured I would need either 2 turns to kill him or 2 cards to kill him. I obviously would have held back if I knew I had Disintegrate on top. But what he was concerned about, he said, the only morph that kills me is the Brine Seer, is the Brine Elemental.
Right.
He was concerned about the Crook Claw Transmuter. And he was worried about him going to be able to put the Crook Claw into play. And if that was the case, then he was going to lose to Crook Claw the next turn. And so he was concerned about the likelihood of having Crook Claw or Brine, over the Brine Elemental. So that's why he said he attacked, and he figured that he would just kill him in 2 turns.
So he's more worried about Crook Claw in his hand
Then
that
a
hadn't been
card
played
he
previously.
should be able to deduce.
Yeah, I
is
think
in
you can
play.
deduce that that's Brine Elemental in play because he's gone through all the other
2
morphs.
Coral Tricksters.
We've seen them
1
both.
Fathom Seer.
Seen it.
Just giving you the reasoning, bro.
1 Slipstream Serpent.
He
We've
said
seen
he-
that.
No, yeah. We in fact, he should have known that was exactly Brine Elemental.
So he was concerned
And
about
that play,
the Crook Claw.
I mean, I can understand the concern about the Crook Claw, but the problem is he's playing around a card that Jan might have in his hand when in fact he's dead on board.
You have to play without fear, but with respect. So you have to respect the card that's in play, and that you
Yeah,
know
the
is
card in play is a Brine Elemental. I mean, even if he didn't sort of work through the math and memorize the exact number of morphs, he's got to suspect that it's a Brine Elemental. It's got to be more likely that that's a Brine Elemental than that he's got Crook Claw in his hand.
Right.
And he doesn't need another turn. Next turn is lethal. He makes 3 more Thalids. Like the all-in attack is lethal next turn.
Sure.
And of course, if
Sure,
he doesn't
he had 4
attack, then Brine Elemental does nothing.
He had 4 counters on each.
Right.
He removes those for 2 more guys.
Right.
Gets 2 more counters on each from the Spore Sower.
Right.
Which is 2
Two
more
more food.
guys.
More food.
Which is more.
Yeah, the
more
all-in
food.
attack is lethal next turn.
Plus, he has the additional attacker of the Germinator itself.
That's right.
So it's a pretty big.
No,
I think
I
if
think
he,
the only
I think
way
if he
that
waits
Edel
a
can-
turn, it's lethal for sure.
right. But in fact, he figured out the only way he can possibly lose is Crook Claw Transmuter that turn from Jan Moritz Merkel. I mean, he does lose to Crook Claw.
Wait, at that point, don't you have to just resign yourself? You have to say, well, if
Yeah,
he
I
has
think that's
Crook Claw, I lose.
Right. In fact, does
But-
this play help versus Crook Claw? How does this play not lose to Crook Claw anyway?
Right, because that's what I'm saying.
You
Right,
still
it's not
lose.
a lethal
You still
attack.
lose.
Is he,
You
was
still
he-
lose to Crook
is he
Claw in
hoping
hand.
for his?
The only way this helps is no. I don't see it. I don't see it. Wow. All right.
Well-
Jan Moritz Merkel is about to be crowned the Pro Tour Kobe champion officially. Thanks, John. We are going to throw it to Scott Larrabee for the award ceremony. So for Brian David Marshall, I'm Randy Bueller. We will see you next time. We will see you in Paris for the World Championships.
Can't wait.